Like, what goes into you choosing a new car?
Generally, it's a mix, but I would say that I try to buy cars that interest me as opposed to cars that are just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
If you look at the cars in my garage, I try and talk about cars in the sense of, am I buying this one permanently?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be a car I'm keeping hold of in my collection, or is it a car that I'll have for a couple of years? But I try also, on a personal level, to enjoy different driving experiences, from the Ford Focuses and the Toyota Supra through more sporty cars or other cars like the G63, through different supercars up to the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to assume it's always a game of top trumps, but the reality is driving isn't that. I've owned some quirky cars in my time, from my classic Mini to the Morgan three-wheeler to a Suzuki Jimny. It's not just how much horsepower does it have and how much money does it cost. It's about what do you use it for, where do you go, and how much fun do you have with it. And I think, I just try and have fun. And there's no way to understand an ownership experience or driving experience more than to actually own the car yourself.
Yeah.
So that's why I have quite a big variety. I've owned McLarens, Ferraris, Porsches, Mercedes, BMW, many of the different brands. Some notable exceptions still to this date. But I try and generally get a feel towards what I like. Obviously I've had a bias in recent years myself towards McLaren, which is natural because the company's based 20 miles from where I live. And I've always enjoyed, since they started as an automotive company, following what they've been doing. Loved the F1 way back and enjoyed watching the races, in the days, let's say, of Lewis Hamilton's first championship, etc. So following McLaren has always been a big thing for me, and you see that. But then equally, nowadays, I'm gravitating in a big way towards Mercedes, and in particular the AMG cars.
Yeah, you're ticking a few of those boxes.
Yeah, well, I'm fascinated by the products they make. I really, really enjoy driving them. I really enjoy the brand, and I really enjoy the cars. So it will go through phases. I'll keep some of them, but who knows down the line, what might take my appeal next, so to speak. But equally, even having a couple of AMGs, can't not have a BMW M car.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a mix of everything. I just try and find cars ideally that I want to keep a hold of.
Yeah.
I don't really sell very many. This is definitely a hoarder's instinct. It's a buy and not sell as much as possible.